Sorry guys, I know I've been wanting to make this video and I haven't because I've been busy, newborn mama. So clearly I just worked out. So I'm gonna just do a couple seconds or minutes, whatever I can, to talk about last night's game, well, Saturday's game. So what a difference, obviously. I will say with this coaching staff, I'm quite happy and nothing to complain about. Seeing them finally play preseason games with the starters consistently more than 1 or 2 snaps and not in the third or fourth preseason game from the beginning. So because I've always emphasized every year that we've never had any kind of idea of, well, maybe they did, but we never as fans saw what holes they were missing on offense and defense. So this time around, it's actually really nice to see them play with a good series. So that being said, I'm super excited, obviously, seeing how great the offensive has played. Definitely from the first and second game, Ashton Genty was kind of concerning, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that thought that after the first preseason game. But seeing the second season game, kind of makes me a little bit, okay, maybe it was an overreaction of emotion seeing that first game. So I am excited going into the season offensively. Defensively, obviously, we have a lot of holes. Losing Wilkins is obviously a big deal, knowing that we haven't really kind of replaced that big hole we had already. Tyree Wilson has actually stepped up and has done such an amazing, from the beginning of his rookie season to now in his third season. So it's interesting. So it'll be interesting whether or not he'll assume the role. I am super excited to see that, and it's going to be interesting for sure. What else? I mean, other things that I'm excited about, obviously, Thornton Jr. and his speed and his connection that will eventually connect with Geno Smith, and seeing that deep ball that I have missed for a very long time since Derek Carr left is exciting to see that back again. No matter how terrible our team was, I will say Derek Carr did have a nice, accurate, deep ball to one-pointer degree, whether you liked him or not, and there was takeaways. I still like to see that deep threat. So finally getting that back is exciting. It makes me happy, obviously. A lot of people had a lot to say about AOC. Again, AOC is what it is. I've always been an AOC fan, so obviously I am going to defend him in the sense of he doesn't have a deep ball. He doesn't have a deep arm. He does have consistency, and we know what we have when he has him. So obviously seeing him play with the game plan and schemes that is altered, or not altered, but basically made for Geno Smith, I think it's very unfair to compare. I do think from the first game to the second game, he's somewhat have improved in comparison because of the game. Obviously, if you notice the plays that they played the second game versus the first was a lot of deep throws, which, like I said, you could see AOC struggled. He is, obviously in his third year now. I think people have a lot of expectations, which is unfair of him. But that's just my opinion because, again, he's never really had a consistent whole year to be starter or whatever the case be. But at the end of the day, we don't need him to do any of that. He is our second string quarterback, and from every quarterback we've had, he is a much upgrade from any starter that we had from previous years. So for him to be a backup, I am totally okay and not concerned. Other things, obviously, AOC, my concern is obviously Besh. Why hasn't Besh, and I might be pronouncing his name wrong, Besh, not playing many snaps? I'm not sure. From what I was gathering from other people and my husband, he was saying that basically he wasn't playing a lot of the training camp, so because he opted out, because I guess he was trying to hold out for more money. So not having him see out there, I'm kind of concerned whether or not he's someone I would want to pick up in fantasy, because it seems like he is now second string, or maybe they'll alterate the plays where he'll play more, not more, I would say he'll probably split the time with one of the other receivers, whether Trey Trucker or Thornton Jr., whatever the case be. So I am a little, because I really had expectations with him from what I was hearing from other people with college, how big of a body he had. He was going to be someone that was physical and knows how to catch. So it's going to be interesting how the season plays and where he comes into play if he does this season. So a lot of things to come and go and take away. Obviously, like I said, I've been trying to do this video for a very long time. I'm in my car, so we'll see. Obviously, I still want to do a fantasy video because I am again playing fantasy football, and guess what? #1 again. So I am not too thrilled to be picking #1. So I will make another video with that. So tell me what you guys think. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns? Obviously, the defense has always been an issue. So it's interesting how we played this time around. We do have a lot of people that we're keeping, obviously, hope that it'll be a big difference this time around, like Jamal Adams, and who was the other one? Chin was doing great this past game. So stuff that I'm excited about. Tell me what you think. I didn't watch the whole preseason game, so I know a lot of people are talking about Miller, the quarterback that stepped in after AOC. I have to actually watch him because I don't want to speak on it. But if you guys really think that he's much better than AOC, I don't know. I'm just very reserved when it comes to rookies coming out of like college just to start as a second string. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, I'm sure he wants to try his hardest well to kind of beat other people out so he can get a starting job. Everybody wants to be a starting job. So I take that with a grain of salt. So happy Monday. I love you guys. I know you guys have been very patient with my videos. So thank you again. And hopefully I can make more throughout the season. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you haven't, please share. Because, I mean, obviously I'm not here consistent enough to create a fan base or a following base, but I do like talking about football. And tell me anything that I'm missing. Obviously, I still haven't made any Lakers videos, so I'm hopefully doing that in the next few weeks, hopefully before season starts.